I'm a fifth-generation dairy farmer turned professional motorcycle racer turned cover girl model for one of the largest makeup brands in the world. It's an unlikely path, for sure, especially because society tells us that we can't do these things. We can't be a professional athlete, especially if you're a female. But I was raised by parents that taught me that I could do anything in life that I wanted to do if I put my mind to it and I worked hard for it. I think sometimes they regret telling me those things because I believed them. When I was young, I would watch on TV the motorcycle racers battling it out, and I said, I want to do that. I want to be a professional motorcycle racer. But that wasn't what I was supposed to do. But I had it in my head that I could do anything in this life that I wanted to do. So I packed up, went to the track with my motorcycle, signed up to get my racing license, my first time that I ever showed up at the track. I did not know that that was not the path that you were supposed to take. You're supposed to practice for a couple of years first. Ignorance is bliss sometimes. I got my racing license that day. I signed up for my very first race and jumped into the deep end. I was not fast. I was getting lapped, and I felt really embarrassed. Maybe society was right. But I gave myself 1 year. I said, if I'm not fast within a year of starting this, and I don't want to be that dumb girl at the back of the pack, I'll take my own self out of it. Well, I earned the name Shelina because I crashed so many times, stacked so many times my first year of racing, but it taught me a lot of lessons. And by the end of that first year of racing, I was winning top novice awards, and I took third place in the women's championship in our region. So they swiftly kicked me out of the novice classes. And so I said, okay, well, it's time to go pro. A month later, I got my professional license, jumped in, signed up for my first pro race. I didn't tell anybody. I kept it a secret because there's a lot of naysayers, and I was really afraid that they would get into my head. They were saying that I couldn't do this. So I showed up on the grid, and I qualified for my very first pro race. And I got 15th and 17th in that first race, that was my biggest goal. I'm a pro racer. I got a check in the mail for doing it. I'm screaming at my helmet when I'm going around the track, and I'm looking at the cameras facing at me, and I'm going, rock on. I was just yelling, so excited. And then it dawned on me that I had just accomplished my biggest goal. And the bad part about that is that where do you go next? So I had to make another goal. And I said, okay, I want to go race all around the nation. So I did that. Within a year, I was the first female to race a motorcycle at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Forever in the history books. That was a massive highlight for me, and I went on to check off a whole bunch of other first female boxes, but then the thing is, now I'm racing nationally. Okay, what's next? So let's go race international. So from there, I went and I raced China, Japan, Qatar, France, Italy, Spain. I went from being somebody that was told that we couldn't do these things in society to being the female that they chose to go and represent the United States in countries where women are not allowed to do these things. In Qatar, women are still covered. And so I got to show up and represent that females are also capable of doing these things. It's been the most amazing experience for me to see women come up to me and go, oh, you're a superstar, and that is the coolest thing, to go from a girl just riding a quad to bring cows in from the fields to international motorcycle racer. It's been an amazing experience, but one of the biggest lessons there for me has been that you're the only one that should be able to hold you down. The naysayers are not the ones that we should be listening to in life. We need to tune them out and chase our dreams, because guess what? You can accomplish them. Now, all of this doesn't come without another hard lesson, crashing. I use crashing as a metaphor for failure, which we can all relate to in our lives, right? We're all a little bit afraid of failure. I get asked all the time, are you afraid of crashing? My answer is always a resounding no. I use crashing as a tool. Every crash teaches me more than an entire day at the track. It's very, very valuable. If we apply that into our life and we take a crash and we dissect it, okay, I went into that turn a little bit too fast. Next time I've got to slow it down a little bit, got in over my head. We can apply that to our own lives and learn from our failures, if we do that, it makes us better, stronger, faster, and more capable. If we embrace those failures and don't be afraid to stick our neck out and aim for them, they can actually make us more powerful in our own lives. Now, that being said, you never go on track without a plan. This is also something we can apply to real life. Every time that you set out on the track, you have to have a plan. You want to hit your markers. Those are your goals, right? You want to know when you're going to look up the track. You want to know what guys you're going to pass. Oh, by the way, if anybody's wondering, I race against all men. Typically, I'm the only female in my class, so so literally, we're looking at what guy we can pass. Your plan, when I'm gridding up with 40 or 50 guys around me, I know how I want to go into turn one. I know if I want to go on the outside. I know if I want to aim for the inside. Now, when the green flag goes, everything changes, and there's bikes all around you. And so things don't always go to plan, but you've got to be able to, in the moment, go ahead and give yourself permission to change that plan and go a different direction. That is one of the most powerful things that we can do in racing, because you have to make those split-second decisions. You have to give yourself permission that when things do not go as you anticipated, you can still succeed. It's been a very important thing for me. Now, I want to go back to the crashing thing. I don't want you all to think that I'm totally unafraid of crashing. I have definitely gone into corners 130 miles an hour, absolutely 100% committed. Laguna Seca, this one time, I was racing a guy, and I had been battling him, passing him, and I got a little bit cocky. I thought, you know what? I got this guy. I'm going to dust him. I come over, turn one, over 130 miles an hour, make one wrong mistake. I hit the brakes just a little bit, slid the bike out from under me, and I'm sliding down, all the way down to turn two. Everything's in slow motion. You feel like you're in a movie. Sparks are coming off of the bike. And I jump up, pop up, and did anybody see me? It's the first thing I want to know. It was very embarrassing because I was too full of myself. And I was mortified to find that the guy that I had passed was pulling up behind me and goes, "You okay?" And he got the whole thing on video. So another thing that happens for us is you have to be very humble. You've got to remember to not get too full of yourself, not expose yourself in a way that you're going to fully embarrass yourself if you've gotten too sure. Don't crash in front of that guy that you've just passed. Now, I've talked a lot about my racing. Racing isn't all that I do. I also rescue animals out of the wildfires here in Northern California. I run a dirt bike camp for females to teach confidence to young girls and women. And I love in life to do the things that I'm passionate about, the things that I have fun with. I say that you have to embrace the things that you love to do in life. And if I could leave you with one thing, it's to say that in this life, go for the things that you're passionate about. If I represent one thing, it's that you actually can chase those dreams and accomplish them if you work hard enough. But also give yourself room to change your plan in the process. If there's a bike in the spot where you wanted to be on lap one, you can go around it and turn the chapter in life when you want to. Try different things in life. If we all did that, if we all did the things that we love, the whole world would be a better place for it. Thank you very much.